What is going on, guys? It is Duke, and welcome to another Rise of Civilizations video. That's right, today we are going to look at something very insane that happened this morning, pretty much as soon as I woke up. Now, if you look here, I'm in a bubble. I am under the bubble. That is because I have my shield up. You can see as well a bunch of other players around us have their shield up. That's because we are trying to fend off attacks from our south. If you look just south of us right down here, GSX, one of our opponents here, an alliance that we've been having trouble with for quite some time now, they pretty much rallied up and they took us out, and it was not good. So if you can look at our little territory right here, all of the little blue statues there of the castles, they were actually where we had our territory. So as you can see, we had it all the way across, we had it going down, but this morning we woke up to quite the whooping from GSX. They pretty much slammed each and every one of our governors here for hours, those who did not have a shield up. Now, there were some tensions building because once you get into this game, there's a few unwritten rules, and a lot of them are farming out your stone and your crops, going in and getting the croplands. And what do we got down here? Our logging camps. So these RSS camps, you want to stay within your zone. Once you start crossing into other people's territory, people take offense to that. So we were kind of pushing back and forth at each other. We were contemplating whether or not we wanted to go to war with these guys, but these guys struck first, and they struck in a bad way. So we're going to talk about a couple of things that you can really ready yourselves for some of these other alliances and coming in and laying the smackdown, which they did in this case, and it was not fun. So right now we're looking at some options. We might have to pack up and roll to another place. So first thing is communication. Having your leaders set in place. It's a great thing to have an active alliance here, which we have. We have an active one. People are pretty much on 24/7 throughout the course of the day. And you know, that's the biggest thing that drew me with these guys. They're great. They get into it. They talk a lot. But we had that going for us. But you also got to always have a plan in place. You got to remember, this is a fun game. There's so much going on, but at the same time, you're playing this game against other alliances throughout the kingdom. So as you can see, everybody here is really looking to further their game. So you're fair game. So you always got to watch out. You got to watch who you're talking to. So the big thing is get into an alliance with active members if you want to grow. Second thing is have communication. Whether you're communicating offline on Discord, just a place where you guys can talk about, you know, what's going to happen. What are some of the next moves? This game's like chess. You always got to stay a few steps ahead of the current game and what's going on. That's humongous, as shown in this case. We thought we were pretty strong. We were growing at such a rapid rate. Let's see if we can look at our power. Right now we're at 39 million. I think we were up close to 50 million in power before we took one on the chin there, which was not too good. So we were strong, and we grew so quick that I think some of these other alliances really looked at us. They teamed up and they said, you know what, they could be a problem. They could be a force down the line. So GSX, they went in and they went ahead and they got in there quick. So I think they teamed up. I think it was with S6X. So those two teamed up and they took us out. Now, leading into that, another thing I want to talk about is you need to communicate. You need to have your officers communicating with other alliances to create allies. You want to have each other's backs. You want to know what's going on. Keep each other updated. Kind of get out there and get that networking early and often. You need to do that. You need to create that. As you can see in some of these alliance the allies right there. In the descriptions, you'll see a lot of alliances throughout the kingdom that will have these allies with them. So you need to get a couple big strong ones, guys who will have your back in case anything goes on. If you start getting some beef with another alliance, they need to know about it, because if something happens, they need to be able to run down there and have your back in a blink of an eye. So Those are some huge things you really need to do. You need to talk amongst yourselves. If something's happening, you need to either have an escape route, you need to have a way out, or you need to know, hey, you know what? We need to pop some shields. We don't want to wake up blindsided, because what happened here is that this clan just to our south, they kind of got to know what was going on. They were watching the ins and outs when we were farming, and it just happened to be at our most inactive time is when they came in and hit. So I don't know if there was a mole in the clan. I don't know if they just really paid good attention to see when troops were coming in and out, because you can always see that. You can always look and see when guys are coming and going. You'll see scouts from other alliances just jetting across your camps for a while. You'll see them just come shooting on through. Pay attention to where they're from, because like I said, you'll be able to see a lot going on. If you pay attention, maybe have a couple of guys just be scouting on their own. You can go and you can scout other people's, whether it's their croplands, whether it's their camps right there. We can see movement, and this right there is not our alliance. So you can see he's rolling on through. It looks like he's in no alliance right now, but there's always movement going on. We can see deep right over here. There's things that are always going on in this game you need to pay attention to. You know, it's not like other games where you can just float on through. There's a lot going on. There's so many moving parts to this, which makes it pretty amazing in and of itself. So, like I said, we're gaining strength here. It's not going to be the end of us, though. We're going to rally up. We're trying to get things in place to see what the next step is here. I just went to City Hall level 12, so it's going to be amazing. We're looking to see right now. I am upgrading my storehouse. That was the first thing I did. And then I also want to get my academy up there. I'm going to be doing that. I got to get some more of my resources going. It was a crazy day. Got to see a lot happening. Got to see how other clans, they go ahead, and these other alliances, they really get in. And they create such a plan, and they implement it, and they follow it out. So as you can see, there's so much going on. Like I said, be in communication. You want to get allies. You always want to keep one eye open. Stay a couple steps ahead of your opponent. That will enable you to maybe one day get to the center of these maps, pull in some of these passes here, and you can go ahead and grab some awesome things that are in the game right here, some altars. There's so much cool stuff, so much to it. We barely scratched the surface. Make sure you guys are subscribed just to see what the future holds for my gameplay and as far as my lines and where we're going, and we will catch you guys later.
You